Okay, your lover wanted me to stop the two of you from fighting. The man suddenly becomes silent. Elise calls for ye. I don't know who ye are, Berg, but I don't see how he plans to stopping us. Yeah, I don't really want to threaten violence. At this point, at least. Okay, look, Elise doesn't want to see either of you hurt. Can't you take care of whatever the problem is without scaring the witch out of her? Yeah, 400 experience. The man furrows his brow for a moment, then nods his head. Yes, right, Cutter. Here I was fighting to give her a chance to get out of her brother's shadow, and then I go and ignore her bleeding and do things my way instead. He sighs, I guess I'll work things out with this sword some other way. Let's see things that way. Give me my money. Thank you, Cutter, for stopping the fight. I was so afraid one of them killed each other, and I'd hate to lose either my brother or my dear mate. First, I'll take my reward now. She nods and removes a tarnished silver bracelet from her folds of her clothing. Here you are, Cutter, my only treasure. Either's life was worth it to me, though. Farewell. Loot. Thank you.
All right.
We do need the money. We only have like under 200 coins. Actually, I think I'll. No. I'll get
I'm
the
gone.
third party member. Then I'll start to do things.
All right. I'm gone.
There he is, Dakan. This will likely take some time. Okay, the man before you is old. His dry yellow skin has the scars of one who has traveled everywhere and never rested long in any one place. His pinched face is inhumanly angular and his ears sweep out from his skull, tapering to the points. He wears a loose-fitting orange tunic and a strange shimmering blade is strapped across his back. The blade looks to be a two-pronged glaive, made of some metal whose surface swirls like a film of oil on a pond. Man turns to you, his eyes like polished coal. He stares through you, and for a moment you wonder if he might be blind. The weapon suddenly turns a dead flat black, mirroring the man's eyes. Okay, are you alright?
Hail, traveler.
His voice is quiet and somber, like a wind whispering through the branches of a great tree. Hail.
Your eyes have the weight of one who has traveled far to be in this place.
Yeah, you could say that. The man's gaze does not waver from yours. I am known as Dakan. The emphasis he places on the word known strikes you as odd. Familiar at the same time. You are not known to me. Yeah, I do not know myself. That is for the best. In knowing yourself, there would be little in the plains were left worth knowing. He falls silent for a moment, still studying you with his cold black eyes. I would know why you have come to this city. I'm looking for answers. I have many questions. Speak your questions, I will hear you. Okay, what are you? Gitzerai? What's that? A Gitzerai is one of the people, yeah, what does that mean? A Gitzerai. Yeah, but what are the Gitzerai? Dakan is silent for a moment, then speaks. Our history does not need to be made known to you. We would bleed to death on Time's blade before I recited a fraction of the histories of the people. Yeah, I don't need to know your history, but I would know of your people as they are now. Dakan is silent for a moment. Know this and accept it as an answer. We are the people who make our home upon the shifting plane of limbo. With a deft motion, Dakan slips the blade from his pack and holds it before him. Okay, we'll see what happens. There we mold the matter of limbo with our minds. We forge cities with our thoughts. As you watch, a series of rippling waves of metal begin to roll forth from the center of the blade. The pitch and crest of the waves match the inflections of Dakan's voice. In its chaos we dwell, with only our knowing to preserve us. We are the Githzerai. Okay, what is that blade you have? It moved and shifted in response to your voice. It is a Karak blade. It is an object that lets others know the rank of the wielder. What does Karak mean? Hakan falls silent for a moment, as if searching for the correct words. In your tongue the closest translation is chaos matter. A people may shape it with their thoughts. Yeah, Karak is not shaped by heat, but by knowing oneself. It is a mirror that reflects the will of the wielder on its surface and in its edge. When one knows themselves, the blade is strong, harder and stronger than steel. When one does not know themselves, the blade is as water, formless and weak. I don't think he's willing to sell it. What rank does the blade signify? Blade is a symbol carried by the Zerth. A Zerth is one who knows the words of Zertimon. In knowing the words of Zertimon, they know themselves. Who is Zertimon? Zertimon founded our race. He knew the Githzerai before they knew themselves. He defined the people. He gave them one mind. Okay. Okay. You seem to place an emphasis on knowing. What do you mean? All things, whether structure or flesh, their existence is defined by their knowing of themselves. And if a man does not know himself? When a mind does not know itself, it is flawed. When a mind is flawed, the man is flawed. When a man is flawed, that which he touches is flawed. Dakan pauses. It is said that what a flawed man sees, his hands make broken. Okay, do you know yourself? Dakan falls silent, his cold black eyes take on the same distance that you noticed when you first spoke. Okay, we'll ask again. Dakan speaks again. His voice has changed. His words echo like a great stone dropped into a chasm. It is not my will that you know this. Ask again. The words come out of Dakan slowly, as if they are being carried one by one. It has come to pass that I do not know myself. Why? Dakan's voice drops to a whisper like sand. I do not know why. I know it has happened, but I know not how, nor when, nor how to know myself once more. Hmm. I'll ask about Farad. Yeah, doesn't know. Very well. As you turn to leave, the man speaks sharply. The first time you have heard his tone change since the conversation began. Hold! The man's voice levels up. This city is not known to you. I will travel your path with you. Okay, you are old. Of what use could you be to me? Now, I accept an extra blade would be welcome, especially he seems actually quite capable. He has a special blade, so I'm not going to just question his capabilities because he has some age.
Your path is mine.
Strangely enough, his voice seems distant and it echoes as if he was speaking from across a great distance. Very well, let's go. Ooh. Okay. Dakan is, as I said, fighter mage. He has absolutely fantastic stats. He has no weaknesses, great dexterity, constitution and strength. Very, very good stat-wise. He should know some spells. Yeah, these are all decent spells. They're unique spells that you can learn from him. There are just a bit different versions of spells you can buy from the shop. with different names. The effect of them is largely the same as the corresponding normal spell, so you don't really lose anything worthwhile if you don't learn them. Oh, I don't want that, I want that.